Hey guys, it's your boy Isaiah here, and it's time to get into a lovely little story time that everybody wants to know. How did Isaiah end up in jail, or how did he go to jail? Like, let's get into it. First off, before we get straight up into it, I'm gonna need for y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all want, a little bit more questions, or get a little bit more into my business, go ahead and type in them comment sections if you want to know a little extra and a little bit more of things. And if you want to also see other videos from me, comment down below on what other videos would y'all like to see from me. But other than that, let's get straight into the video on how your boy ended up in the clank. So this all started in December. Yeah, this all started in December of 2021. Yeah, this all started in December of 2021 when your boy had took a cell phone. Yeah, sound kind of stupid, doesn't it? Yeah, I know, a cell phone. Why would I do that? I don't know. Desperate, wanted money at the time. No, it was very convenient. So how did I find this little cell phone? So this was an event that had to do with my friend. He had an event that was going. I rode in his car. We stopped at a lovely little McDonald's. McDonald's, lovely little McDonald's stop trip or whatever. We stopped at McDonald's. Your boy had to go to the restroom or whatever. So I ended up going to the restroom. And when I went to that restroom, I was on the toilet, sitting on the toilet for a little minute on my own phone. Then I looked over to my right-hand side and I saw a cell phone. It was a Samsung Galaxy Z something. It was one of them new Samsungs. And I grabbed it and I put it in my pocket and kept it moving. And when I got back in the car, we was in Villa Rica. That's the McDonald's we was at in Villa Rica, Georgia. After I had this cell phone, I got back in the car, like, I got a cell phone. I found it in the bathroom or whatever. My friend told me not to take it. Like, my friend told me, go put it back. Like, don't take it. My dumb self wasn't listening. I'm too busy in my head. Like, no, I'm about to get money off of it or whatever. So, you know me. I ended up getting money off of it or whatever, so I ended up, after we left the Villa Rica McDonald's, we ended up going to Carrollton to his friend house, so he can, go get his hair done or whatever. And then, so we can go ahead and get ready for the event and stuff like that. So while we went to his friend house, that's when I got in his car and I went to like a local Kroger's or Walmart. It was a Kroger's, my bad. I went to a local Kroger's and around Carrollton. And when I got to that Kroger's, I ended up, putting the little phone inside the little booth or whatever, right? I ended up putting the phone inside the booth. So when I put the phone inside the booth, it asks for, my ID. This is where the stupid part comes into play. I know I was stupid for what I did. I regret for what I did. I guarantee you I regret doing it. I put my ID in there. Not like put my ID in there, like put my information of like the stuff that was on my ID. And then, I got the phone, sold it or whatever. Whoop de whoop. Got the money, went back to the car and drove off. Everything after that I thought was all dandy. I thought everything was good. Went to his event, had a lovely little day after that. Had a little money in my pocket. Mind you, y'all, it wasn't even that much. I think it was like $230 or $250 that I got off the phone. No minds of that. Got that money or whatever. Fast forward down the line of the month, probably towards the end, like almost near the end of December. I think it was I think the event was on like December 1st, but then December 20th is when I got a call. Who y'all think the call was? Hello? Yes, this is the LAPD. We're looking for Isaiah. You looking for who? Isaiah Hill. We was trying to discuss about a phone that you had, you know, put inside the little, you know, phone booth. What phone? The phone that you had sold and put into the phone booth? What phone? I don't remember. I don't remember or recall having a phone. Sir, was you down here in Carrollton and you put the phone into a phone booth? I said, not that I know of. And then this is the thing. I started acting like my phone was messing up, you know, whatever. I didn't do any of that, but, you know, I kept going in and out by pressing the mute button, like left and right, and kept speaking. And he was like, sir, your phone's going in and out. And then the phone got disconnected randomly, right? At that moment, I was scared. I was scared. Because then after that, the next day, I got a voicemail from them basically saying, if you don't turn yourself in, you gonna get into more trouble or whatever. And mind you, this made me even more scared. Yeah. So at this moment, all I could think in my head is like, what should I do? And I'm asking my friend, what should I do? Because I'm scared. Never been in this situation before. So at this point, I'm nervous. Obviously, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And, you know, don't do the crime if you know you're scared. You know what I'm saying? And I was scared. So I knew I should never did the crime. So I truly regret even taking the phone, even doing the whole darn thing. Like, just want y'all to know that. I'm going to keep clarifying that because I should never did it. So mind you, I had 2 warrants out for my arrest. 2 warrants out for my arrest. The Villa Ricker location, because I guess the person put in a police report at the Villa Ricker location and the Carrollton location. They put in 2 warrants out for my arrest. So mind you, I had to go deal with the situation because obviously I couldn't be in my own car and driving around, because if I drive around in my own car, they was going to pull me over. I was going to go to jail in my own darn car. So mind you, I stayed out the way for a few days, but then I started, you know, my intuitions inside of me was like, you know, Isaiah, turn yourself in. We do not got time to be on the run for a cell phone. So mind you, this is when Christmas comes. So Christmas, I think, was on a weekend this year. I think this past Christmas was on like a Sunday, a Saturday or a Sunday. I didn't turn myself in until Monday because, mind you, if you go to jail on the weekend, you got to stay the whole weekend all the way until Monday. Yeah, that part. So you got to turn yourself in like on that Monday so you don't have to just sit in there for the whole weekend or whatever. Because knowing me, I'm not about to sit in no jail for no darn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. No, not at all. So mind you, I turned myself in on that Monday night. When I turned myself in on that Monday night, everything was like smooth sailings. They put the handcuffs on me. Mind you, I turned myself in. Literally went to the jail, turned myself in, say I'm turning myself in for a cell phone, The police come out, right? The police come out and was like, put your arms behind your back for me, please. What you mean? I'm turning myself in. I still got to put the handcuffs on? They have to put the handcuffs on you just to take you to the bed. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what's the purpose of me putting the handcuffs on? If I turn myself in, I made this easier for you. You shouldn't have to do that because that's the whole purpose of me turning myself in. And basically, we made it to the back, and then that's when they took the handcuffs off me. Basically, the whole time I thought it was pointless of why you just put it on me just to get to the back, just to take it back off me. So then after that, I had to go ahead and go get into my lovely little orange little jumpsuit. You know, this is the picture right here that I had to take. That part. So yeah, after I took that little picture, I was waiting in the cell. You know, I got like 3 phone calls to call my people. Only 3 phone calls. That's the one thing about sucky part about being in jail. I don't see how jail people do it. You only get 3 phone calls unless people put money on your book to get more. So I only had 3. I used all 3 of mine wisely. I called my friend, to help me get out of the situation. That was one of my phone calls. The second phone call was my mom, so she could help me. Then the third phone call was I think the third phone call was my mom again, but it was like my mom had put King on the other line of the phone, as in like on her secondary phone, because mind you, you can't joint the calls together when you're on a jail phone. Like, it's gonna literally disconnect you. So my mom had called King on her other phone, so I could still hear, both of them while I'm on the phone with them or whatever. I'm telling them that, they booked me in and stuff like that. I need y'all to bring the money in and bring the money in so I can, so they can pay for my bond and stuff like that. The bond, I think the bond was like 500. I think the bond was like 500. Or it was 1,000. I think the bond was like $1,000. But you only got to pay 10% of it. And I had the money, obviously. Let's know that I had the money for it, because one thing about me, I'm not trying to sit in no jail at all. So I paid that bond, right? My friend brought the money up there, whatever. Swiped the card, paid the bond. Now I can go. But here's the thing: I couldn't leave because Douglasville, which is so-called, I guess, is kind of like still the connection of Villa Rica. So Villa Rica really don't have policemen or a police station. So Villa Rica had to get Douglasville to come out and get me, and we had to do another booking. So mind you, I had to wait in the jail. Mind you, the jail that I already bonded myself out of, but because of the simple fact that they had to hold me for Douglasville to come get me, basically I just had to wait in there a little bit longer. Basically, I spent the night at the Carrollton, the Carrollton jail facility. Kind of lame. But no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Mind you, I went to sleep because I wasn't about to think about it. I already had anxiety about sitting in the cell because of the simple fact that the cell is so small. And mind you, knowing me, oh girl, I'm claustrophobic, girl. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like the walls closing in on me and everything is like, I guarantee you, I thought about my consequences while I was just sitting in there, because I'm like, Isaiah, we not doing this again. I even cried over the phone with my mom. On the third phone call, I was crying on the phone with my mom, and while my friend was on the other line, I was literally crying. Like, because I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this ever again. I know what I did was wrong. I promise you I ain't gonna do this ever again. Like, I promise you I'm not. Then, so basically fast forward to when I was in the cell, I went to sleep. They gave me a mat so I could sleep on the floor or whatever. And then after I went to sleep, they came and knocked on the thing and told me, Isaiah, they here for you so you can go. You're free or whatever. And I was heading with the Douglasville police officer to the Douglasville police station. We got to the next police station. This police station is even worse than the last one. This one, when they was booked me in there, they put me in this other cell. So this cell has people in it. The cell I was in, the first cell I was in, I didn't have nobody that I had to sit in there with, except for one person, but they was the same age as me. And we was really mostly talking and chit-chatting it up the whole time, which was a good part to pass the time a little bit. So I liked it. But then he ended up getting booked out earlier than me, so I ain't had nobody in there. So then it was by myself after that. But this next jail facility, I had to literally sit in there with a whole bunch of people, like grown men, a handicapped man that was in a wheelchair. I felt so bad for him because he kept asking for his medicine, and they still haven't get this man his medicine. So he was over here just hurting and pleading out that he needs help, as in he needs his medicine so he don't have to feel the pain and stuff like that in his legs and arms and stuff, whatever. And they was not doing it. Like, they was like, you're going to have to wait till you're booked all the way in. Mind you, we was in there for about darn near 2-3 hours before they booked us in. I'm thinking in my head, how do it take this darn near 3 hours for y'all to book us in? It does not take that long for y'all to book a person in. Literally, put our information in the system. Next person, book them in the system the same freaking way. Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like they was purposely taking their precious time because of what we did. You know, I guess they was, you know, I feel like police officers and stuff like that, they like to play with your time and they like to let you suffer. And one thing about me, I know what I did was wrong, but y'all ain't got to make me suffer. Y'all ain't got to treat me like no animal. Because I'm definitely not no animal, babes. It's just I did a dumb humanly mistake. And everybody, you know, makes mistakes. So the simple fact that y'all treating somebody unhumanly is disrespectful. So also they feed y'all cereal in there. Cereal and basically like spoiled milk. The milk was basically spoiled. And then the food, y'all ain't gonna eat that. When I tell y'all I didn't eat for 2 days, I didn't eat at the first jail facility, and I definitely ain't eat at this one. Both of them I didn't eat at. I literally starved myself for 2 days. I'm sorry. The only thing I did was pee. And I dang sure wasn't taking a number 2. So, yeah, you could scratch that. So after they finished booking us in at the Douglasville location, they took us out the cell so we can go, you know, so we can all go sit down in the front or whatever. It was like the little sitting area, the sitting and waiting area. So we all sat there, waited till they booked everybody in. Gave them, they took the pictures of all of us, gave us our bonding sentence and stuff like that. After they did that, I got to go do my call or whatever, and I had to pay for that bond. That bond wasn't that much either. I paid for that one. After I paid for that one, I literally had to still wait hours for the bondsman to get there. And then, mind you, I called the bondsman again. They was like, "Oh, you already paid. I don't know what you waiting on now." So basically, the bondsman already paid. So I'm like, who am I waiting on then? And they was like, I guess I was waiting on them. I was waiting on the officers to like finish their process of everything. And I'm like, dude, like, come on, hurry up and process me out so I can leave. And mind you, another 3 hours go by. So I got there in the morning, like darn near 8 o'clock in the morning at Douglasville location. And I was there all the way to darn near, I didn't get out of there until 5 o'clock on everything. Didn't get out of there until 5 o'clock p.m. And at that point, I'm like, what is taking so long? So after I got out of there like around 5, my friend bought me some pizza. I told him, please bring me some food. And he brought me some pizza. Like, oh my God. When I tell you that was my first meal out of jail. And I was like, oh, girl, I munched that down. Munched it down. And after I finished eating that pizza, girl got me a good little drink and I was done, girl. After that moment, I knew what I did was so wrong and I'm not doing it again. So, yeah, other than that, my friend saved me. I really thank him. I really love him. I will put his name in here, but, you know, I don't need everybody in his business either. But, and I really thank my mom. I thank both of them for coming to the rescue for Isaiah. Other than that, that's how your boy ended up in jail. And yeah, basically over something crazy and stupid of something I did. It wasn't nobody else's fault. It was Isaiah's fault for getting myself in that predicament. And I guarantee you I'm not doing it again. But other than that, I'm living life now. I'm grooving and I'm watching every move I do and making sure I don't get myself in trouble. Guarantee you of that. But other than that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all guys want to hear more story times of some other crazy events or other crazy things that I've been through, put in the comments on what y'all want to hear or what y'all want to, you know, see. But other than that, that's the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you turn on that bell post notification so you can know whenever I post on my platform. And that's on period. Have a good day and peace out.